guys, and happy New Year to you guys. I hope that you guys all had like a wonderful like time with your family over the Christmas time, and you guys celebrated New Year's with your loved ones. It's always an exciting time of the year. I know I had lots of fun. Spent some time with my family, my girlfriend's family, all that good stuff. Just want to give a little brief intro as to what you guys did during the holidays, and then we could continue running with the show.
Yeah, here, I can kick us off here. So yeah, the holidays were great. It's good to see you guys, really. I know it's been a while. I know we're kind of catching up here. But yeah, no, the holidays are good. Thanksgiving and all was pretty hectic, lots of traveling. But going into, December, it's been a lot more restful. I think it's the first day Christmas that we spent in Seattle, and so it was just nice to kind of host for the first time. And so, yeah, no, it was just like full of love, food, some gifts, and all that good stuff. So, yeah, I always love this time of year, right? I feel like it's a good point for like reflection. It's a good start to kind of, evaluate like myself, where I am, goals, and all that good stuff. So I'm really glad that we're here today.
Yeah, I have to second that. Family time, quality food. I love me some tamales and some pozole during this time.
Mhm.
Even, yeah, like you, I also stayed in Florida, so I looked forward to at least spending and being more familiar with the state and then end of the year having been back home in California. So got to experience a little bit of everything in both coasts because they're both great for different reasons. And then now, new year, new collective fortunes to generate, not just for us, but for those that are listening and to our customers and clients alike and partners. So it's exciting to be here together to finally be reacquainted and start off strong with this recording for today's podcast.
Well, thank you both of you guys for sharing that. Something I wanted to touch on was Katie kind of mentioned that during this time of year or during the holidays, entering the new year, there's a lot of time that a lot of times people go into like deep reflection about, the new year, what they want, what they're working towards for the upcoming year, New Year's resolutions. I'm sure, a lot of people have them. What's it called? So for this podcast in particular, I kind of wanted to touch on that topic and kind of like talk to you guys a little bit about, our reflect on the work that we've done together in the last year, and then what are some of our goals that we have moving forward for this new year, right? Um, so that being said, Bartholomew, if you could start us off, how has it been working with, Katie and I over the past year, and what are some of the goals that you have in mind for the Fortune Collective for the new year?
I honestly couldn't have asked for a better team and better agents to be collaborating with, both from this perspective, from the Fortune Collective, and being able to build our community, share our words of wisdom, ask questions, and also present ourselves to clients that, might shy away from asking questions because they might feel silly when oftentimes a lot of us have those questions. We had some of those. I know I definitely had some of those questions, and I found myself, if I wasn't thinking about it, it was only until somebody either approached me or I found content that I resonated with that I felt more open and keen on listening and taking in some of that either knowledge or inspiration. So when it comes to working with both of you, I think not only is it the energy that you both share from the enthusiasm that you have in being present when we're together, but also the vision that we share going forward and trying to build the community, and also examples of mentorships both on the receiving and the giving side, where questions that you might have or situations that you might be in, while we might not be in the exact same states, a lot of the questions that we have are very customer specific to how might we handle a certain situation. So in both instances with you and Katie, things have come up. So it's great to be able to, one, give my perspectives and at the same time be a sounding board for you, because oftentimes we just have to hear it out, hear somebody else's opinion, and then we've come to some sort of resolution, and at that point be able to respond to a client to either solve their problem or offer solutions that they can themselves figure out for themselves. So Also from seeking advice, because oftentimes, I don't know, I might be in situations where I just might not have considered all possible outcomes, or I just need help in realizing what might I consider in reaching out to an agent out of state, for example. You guys have both come up with referrals, strong referrals, and being able to have that as a pool of resource to tap into, phenomenal. So between working both of you, it's been a great experience.
Thank you for sharing that, Bartholomew.
Yeah,
Katie.
I second that, right? I think like going Yeah, no, I second that for Thom. I think like everything that we've done in the last year or so, right? Like I definitely look to you guys like as mentors, right? In a lot of ways, right? I think there's a lot of situations that, maybe a first for me that you guys have dealt with and, vice versa. And so it's good to have like other agents that you can trust and that you can really have, that sounding board too, and that you can kind of go and seek advice from. And having that second perspective is everything, right? And so, like, there's been, let's just say, there's been several times where I may have frantically called you guys, right? With various questions, right? That things have come up, whether or not it's like on the client side, whether or not it is something on like offers, whether or not it is on like commission splits, like, the list goes on, right? And so, like, having you guys there to kind of funnel some of those questions, right? And based on sharing the experience that we both have, right, has been super, super helpful, right? And I think even on like the referral side, right, like having each other's networks to kind of help and support various situations, right? And so, for example, right, I know, we had a client in Wisconsin. None of us are licensed in Wisconsin, right? And so, like tapping into someone that I knew in my network, right, was able to kind of refer, Bartholomew, for example, to, that agent to work with his client, right? And so, like, really kind of building on our networks and leveraging it has been very helpful. And like likewise for Juan, right, we've had what a referral, California. Juan was super attentive, very quick to kind of go and help that client secure a home for lease. And so, I can always depend on you guys for a variety of things. And it's been super helpful. It's been honestly really great. And so, I think going into this new year, I can see, more of the same. And this makes me more excited, right, of the opportunities that we're going to have as a team and as individuals, as agents. So,
Oh, thank you, Katie. So thank you both for sharing that, I think it says a lot pretty much about our team as a collaborative, how we work together, how we, carry ourselves and how we're just really here to serve one another, right? Be or I'm wanting to add in just to kind of bring it full circle, like how it's been like, my POV or my perspective. I'm working with both, Bartholomew, Katie, both of you have been phenomenal partners in this journey since we started this, the Fortune Collective together. And, touching on what Katie was just saying, our referral here in California, I want to say it was a phenomenal referral. It was, a friend of Katie's just was moving to California and, she referred them out to me where, I wanted to help out, especially a friend from a friend, like, how can I not? So I want to say, that referral overall was great. We were able to, secure what they were looking for down here in California, and they just absolutely fell in love with the place that they found, so that's all we could really ask for, especially like as agents. Um, is literally being able to be there and provide what the client's looking for, and hearing those words like, oh, this is the place, this is the one. That I think that it goes, but it moves mountains for agents, believe it or not. um what's it called, kind of touching on my work with Bartholomew, it's always been a good time working with Bartholomew. Like I'm always constantly blowing up his phone, whether it's for its mentorship questions that I got, just throwing it out there. Bartholomew has really been like a rock, to myself. And I think Katie could also, agree with that as well. Other things that has come up between Bartholomew's and I's relationship is referrals or just kind of doing showings for each other. Like, if Bartholomew's out in Florida and he needs somebody to perform a show in California, like he knows I'm there. I think there's only been like one occurrence where I was not able to meet that because I was all the way in Oregon. So he texted me like first thing in the morning. He's like, "Hey, so how far are you from this place?" I'm like, my response was literally, I'm like, so right now I'm about like 15 hours away. He's like, okay, never mind. So, but besides that one instance, typically I'm always within, 30 minutes to an hour from wherever it is that Bartholomew has kind of reached out to me to kind of do a showing from, and that's something that, I'm happy to help him out.